People, we are live right now on the Beyond Wave / Open Wave podcast powered by Open Wave and the Music Hypebeast Multimedia Ecosystem. Just so everybody knows, we have over 34 podcasts right now. And we started this podcast network in 2017. Our first podcast ever was Dream Hustle Win, and we still have that. The reason why we started these podcasts was because we wanted to put together a system, a network where the voices of some of the most brightest minds in the industry could actually be heard, and they could have a platform where they can sound intelligent, they can sound profound in their message, and they can really articulate themselves on a platform that is for them and not against them. So many times artists go on podcasts and they're asked the same questions and it's dry. Within our ecosystem, we speak, we extract the soul, the creative vision from these artists so they can tell their story in the way that's necessary. I've been interviewing artists for an extremely long time. And one thing about interviewing independent artists, I've interviewed celebrities, independent artists for the past almost 10 years. The journey of an independent artist is beautiful because the raw is unfiltered and it's innocent at the same time. So I'm honored, super honored to have my brother Lightzout on the Be On Wave podcast. Lightzout, what's good, family?
How's it going, brother?
No doubt about it. I want to jump right into it, just with everything that we got going on. And when you look at the landscape of music right now, in your mind, right, with AI and artists kind of over the whole streaming thing, like how do you feel about the current state of the music industry right now when it comes to streaming, the payouts, AI, and original creativity?
I mean, original creativity comes into play at its biggest play. I mean, that's we wouldn't have what we have today if it wasn't for originality.
Right.
The expression and freedom of speech that everybody's talent have. It gives us a doorway to be creative in our own way and our own thoughts. And I'm not saying AI is a bad thing or nothing like that or nothing like that, but it's just the simple fact
Right.
is that when you use AI for everything, it kind of takes the aspect of creativity away. Like it takes a huge part of it away. The having the hands on, the actual being the motion in and being able to have that free creative thought, it limits you because you typing everything in. Like I don't mind AI being around, because it's just what it is. We're in 2026. Things is gonna
Mm.
evolve either way it goes. But it just comes to a point in time where it's like, okay, we got AI and it's cool to use as a tool, but not as a whole career movement. That's just my opinion on it.
Right, but right, and thank you for answering that. But when you think about the way AI is being used and how now you see where they are they've used independent artist music to train AI. That's a big thing now.
Yeah.
They actually launched a website to protect artists to let you know if somebody's been using your music. So as an independent creator, and I want to go over to the payout side because you have a regular job and you're supposed to because music
Yes.
is not at a point where it can pay all your bills.
Right.
But when you look at, Jimmy Iovine, you and I spoke about this the first time we met on Zoom. Jimmy Iovine said about maybe like 2 months ago, he went viral saying streaming is obsolete, right?
Right.
So when you're looking at him saying that, and now you think about at some point we all believe that somebody paying us 0.00.18 of a stream was cool. Like you don't even make a penny when someone streams your music one time. But you go in the
That's right.
studio,
That's
you
right.
pay all this money, right? Mixing, mastering, you marketing, paying for playlists, paying for ads, and then you say, "Hey, run the streams up." You know what I'm saying? Run up not even a penny. with that being said, how do you feel about streaming, the payouts from streaming, and now and versus something more beneficial like with Open Wave where you can go direct to fan?
It's a game changer. I'll tell you that. The way it was because I mean, like when I'm with Spotify and I'm uploading my music and I'm giving my own studio. You're right. I spend more money in my sessions
Right.
than I do with Spotify. Like
Yeah.
looking at my royalties, I've been doing music. So I've been doing music since I was like since I don't know, like 17, 16, and the whole time the royalties I amounted, I honestly made like an honest good $200 out of all of that. You know, like, and you're right. That 0.00000.1 penny, not even a penny. You know, it gets to you. Where with Open Wave, everything is direct. It's right there. It's hands on. You know, it's a one stop shop. You don't have to open this web and then open that tab and then try and figure out how you can try and calculate the funds to do this and here and
Right.
no, it's all right there and it's beneficial for independent artists like myself.
Right. And the thing about Open Wave that I love, with Jason Ma, Eric Tu, Kalani, and Satish and the whole team over there, with me being head of, music monetization and development, I look at it like this. If you create something dope, something good, and you have a network of friends and relatives and social media followers, if you find 50 people, right, to say, hey, you know what? I love your music. I love what you got going on. I love what you posted on Instagram, social media. I like your lifestyle. Because sometimes we forget people is brand over belief. And let me explain what that means. If people don't believe in your brand, they're not going to buy anything from you. If I go to a store, if I'm gonna buy a soft drink, I'm getting a Coke Zero over
Right.
Pepsi. Yeah, that just 9 times out of 10, I might get a Pepsi Zero every now and then, but Coke is the brand I believe in.
Okay.
So, brand over belief is a concept that we have because people have to believe in your brand. But your brand makes up your music, your merch, your lifestyle, your lyrics, how you project yourself. That is a brand. If you think about the if you see a white kid with a white shirt on and a satchel book bag walking in the neighborhood, who do you think he is? You're gonna think he one of them Latter-day Saints people, more than
Yeah.
likely. Right. You've seen him, right?
Yeah.
You're right. Right. But that's their brand. If I see a guy on the side, if I see a guy on a bow tie in the corner with a paper in his hand, what I think he's selling? Final call. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? What I'm
Yeah.
saying is that people identify with certain things. And that's what I love about Open Wave because you could upload your music and you could go direct to somebody and say, hey, I'm an independent artist right here in Las Vegas. I'm building my brand, you know, person by person, brick by brick. I would love for you to preview my music for free. If you like it, you could buy it direct right to your phone. And then obviously with Open Wave, it's a super app. So you can upload your image and put it on clothing and sell it. And we do all the shipping and all that stuff. You can create an event and say, look, I got a show. I want y'all to come and support. Tickets are $3, $5. You get 50 people, you made 250, regardless if they're paying you or not. Remember the days when artists were selling tickets to show?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I was one of them, most definitely. I was most definitely one of them.
But here's the crazy part, right? How crazy does that sound now? Am
Selling
I right?
tickets. Yeah.
But you're not going to sell tickets to a show now.
No, you're right.
Right,
You're right.
because we're in a different world. Chat
Yeah,
GPT, Claude, it got rid of a lot of gurus out there.
it did. It
you
did.
know,
It cut the ladder like half.
I could pay $20 a month and get the best advice in the world. you know what I'm
True.
saying? You know what I'm
True.
saying? From Chat GPT Plus. So don't threaten me with a good time. I want to go into this. It is not easy being on the island of independence. It's not. When you're on the island of independence, it is lonely. It's kind of like Gilligan's Island. It's always been on the stranded island. You ever see that show Survivor?
Yeah.
It's been on for like 30 years. But if you think about Survivor and what it's about, like they be doing this crazy. The reason why the show still comes on because people are infatuated with learning how do you survive against all odds.
Yeah.
That's really it. So talk to us about the island of independence, being an independent artist, being a creator, having to create content and things where you can make money. Tell me what is that world like for you? Tell me about the ups and downs. Just talk to me.
To be honest, it's a crazy world. I mean, it's a lot that goes on with an independent artist mentally, figuratively. It's just the main goal is to beat all odds. It's
Mhm.
like going into the casino and betting on black, and you just hoping that
I like that.
you push everything that you got, and you just bet on black, and you just hoping, just praying, like bam, it hits. And that's kind of it is with the reality of being an independent artist. You have these good times where you're on the road. You can be writing 3 songs, 4 songs back to back. Already know how it's gonna come out. Go in the studio, attack it, kill it, and be 100% fine with the outcome because you know that you put that hard time and work in your craft. And
Right.
then you got the nights where you got you're just scrolling on your phone and you see everybody having a good time. You see everybody doing what you want to do in your age, and just like, I want to do that. I want to be able to be around my friends and actually do things that anybody and everybody can say that they can do.
Mhm.
And the reality of that is you got to sacrifice a lot to play this game. It's not for the weak. Like I said, there's times where I've been like, yeah, my song's dope. I know I'm the hardest rapper. I know I'm good. I know I got it. But how come this guy over here, he didn't got picked up and he ain't making no sense out of nothing? You know it. But you know what
I
I
hear
mean?
you.
Like he just mumbled the whole beat. Didn't even spit a 16 bar verse, and they think that's dope. Like, come on. Like, I'm spitting raw talent. And but you don't want to call yourself a hater because you would hate for you would hate for that to be you in their shoes, to be on the come up and somebody just out there just hating on you. You know?
Mhm.
So it's like I said, it's 50-50 with the mentality of being on the island independencies. Definitely not for the weak. And they say it's lonely at the top, but when you're in independent artist, you really wonder. I've been lonely this whole time, so is it really lonely at the top?
Mhm.
Like, I'm giving everything I got. I'm giving my shot. Here I am. Like, okay, I don't get picked up by a label today. Who's not to say I get picked up tomorrow? At the end, if nobody got you, you got yourself, because nobody's the biggest competitor except your mental. Your mental is the biggest judge out there. And yeah,
Right, but let me ask you this
it's
question right here,
yeah.
though. Let me just keep it. Let me just keep it eight more than 92. Right now, we got 211 people watching right now live. So shout out
What's up,
to
guys?
everybody. So let me ask you this right here, because it's not even about the label, right?
Right.
Because labels are almost archaic now. When you think about, I'm gonna go sign with a traditional label. Your iPhone is a movie camera. Your laptop is a production, is a TV production. Because
Yeah.
with all the software, that you can use, C Dance and Google Gemini to create visuals. Like, you literally, I can take my iPhone, get a tripod, put it close up to my face, download the Black Magic app, and do motivational reels all day,
Yeah.
and be like, "Look, I woke up today with $5 in my bank account, but I'm gonna go to work with a smile on my face because I know somebody right now woke up with no job and they don't know how they gonna work out. So if anybody need to hear this, I hope y'all tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could do,
Yeah.
like, today. literally creating content. People are consumed, obsessed with content all
Yeah,
day.
we have
So
we learned to have a bigger voice with content than we was 20, 30 years ago. You know, they
right,
can't just shut us out. We're the people, you know? We got that voice now.
right. So what I'm saying to you is this, which is I'm glad you're working with us now in our on our partner platform, but you have to look at you you have to examine your music from the public eye, which means you have to say, Lights Out has to say, you know what, Jay, I did that YouTube poll for my latest song. I created a YouTube poll and I email out to 100 people my Gmail. Out of 100 people, man, 70 said it's up. You know what? I need to get with somebody that can help me create the sound I need. Show me fundamentally what I'm doing wrong. You feel what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yes, sir. Yeah, that makes a
And
lot of sense.
yeah, and to me, that's what's been missing when it comes to the artistic world because you know everybody will wake up and say, "I want to be a country star." You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
Because like, oh, country, you gotta really know what you're doing. But everybody can wake up and say, "I want to be a rapper," or "I want to be a content creator." Nobody wake up every day and say, "I want to be a mechanic,"
right.
because you gotta go to school for that. You gotta get a trade. You gotta get a skill. Everything is skill if you want to be great.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was born talking. So talking to me is very easy. But if you want to talk in a certain realm or a certain atmosphere, you really got to know what you're doing. So you have to work at it. Talent only takes you so far.
Yeah, you gotta make it make sense.
Yeah, discipline, and fundamentals keep you alive.
Yeah,
Talent just gets you to the party. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like a guy look good, but he has no personality.
yeah.
You know, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like Jay-Z cheating on Beyonce. This guy is like, why? You know what I'm saying? You be like, what's wrong with you, bro? Are you serious? Like, do the comparison before and after. you know,
Yeah.
be like, you stupid, but very stupid. But he made up for it. I say all that to say this: are you willing to do the hard thing and let people evaluate your music from the public eye?
Most definitely. Like I was taught at a young age, criticism is key. You can't do anything as far as being a musician or anything in life if you can't take criticism. If you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna get mad at somebody because they say, "Yo, that song was dope," but that last line that you said, I wasn't really feeling that. That was garbage. Or you need to mix and match a little bit. If you're gonna get mad at stuff like that, then like you need to go back to square one and get that down pat first, because criticism is most definitely key. So yeah, bring it on. I'm ready for anybody and everybody to listen to what Lights Out brings to the table.
Let me ask you this question: you financing everything yourself, and you working a regular job. Like I said, the island of independence is tough. What? How? Talk about briefly some of the making hard decisions financially in this game. Like, how do you balance paying your bills and then trying to finance music? How tough is it?
That's like fighting the boss level tough. Like going against like one of the Greek gods tough. Like that is really difficult right there, because you got especially if you're a single parent. Shout out to all the single parents out there, doing the thing. But if you got kids to balance, you got sick parents to balance on top of that, and then you got the light bill, you got the cable bill, you got the Wi-Fi bill, you got to put food in the house, you gotta buy toiletries, you gotta buy school clothes. Like it, it weighs in a lot, and you just gotta you gotta play chess with it. Everything has its right place. Everything has its right time. There's 31 days in some months, 30 in others, and 29, I believe, or 28 in February. You just gotta calculate and balance what goes where and where goes where. Everything has a place. So if I gotta pay bills on this day, I know I got to calculate ahead of time for a budget to do this with my music. You know, back to school shopping is coming back in, the deals coming in. I got to go ahead and get that ahead of time. So when guys be like, all right, it's time to go ahead and pitch in that budget for studio time or for a show or something, I got it. Like it's like juggling like 9 or 8 balls as a clown. It's very difficult.
Let me ask you this: when people do hear your music, right? What type of message do you think they receive from it?
Well, hopefully not the oh he's just one of those guys who's just call himself a rapper and doesn't
Yeah,
really
yeah.
have no. That's like my biggest fear. I hope nobody thinks of, but other than that, when people hear my music, I hope you close your eyes and it just takes you to a place, takes you to a whole realm, a whole different place. Like whatever I'm spitting, you see it. I go into
Mm,
detail beyond storytelling. Like when you storytell, everybody got a story to tell, and when you spit bars, you freestyling and you just spit what come to mind. But when you writing a plot and
mm,
that plot thickens and it comes with background details and everything, and you just close your eyes and you got the headphones on or you just riding down the street and you envision it's there. Like you just seen the video, like the music video just dropped today and you was just like, I can't get it out of my head. It's catchy, it's vibeable, like it's there. You know, it gives that kind of inspirational feeling.
I got three more questions for you, and
Yes, sir.
like I hope you've been enjoying the podcast, the live stream tonight. Open Wave Music Hype Beast is all there. What is something about you that people admire? I mean, I know you got a lot of qualities, but what's one thing about yourself that people say, you know what, I love that about Kay? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's something about you that people say that?
I'm very adaptable.
Okay, I respect that.
Even I can read aura. I'm good of reading aura. If you got good aura, then I know vibes is all good, and bad aura, I know to stay clear. But I'm very adaptable in different situations and different environments. And when I switch my comfortability state to
Mm-hmm.
adapt to another comfortability state,
Oh,
it gets other people who refer me to their group or their friend group and their people around
yeah.
them. They're like, yo, he's a cool guy. He's real chill. Like just because I look like I'm having a bad day because I always frown my face growing up.
Mm-hmm.
So just me walking and then like I got my little strut with my shoulders moving side to side when I'm walking down the street. So it just looks like I'm like that mean person. But the moment somebody walks up to me, doesn't matter what age, young, older, elder, it's nothing but the utmost respect. You know, respect those who respect others and give that, respect those the way you want to be respected. And I give off that humble feeling where people just be like, man,
Mm-hmm.
he's just a cool guy.
Yeah.
There's no complaints over there.
What's one thing about you that you need to change in order to be a better person?
I need to be more, how can I say it, more organized. Need to be more organized. If interview starts at 10 o'clock, I need to be ready at least 9:58, 9:50. Like
Mm-hmm.
like that is my biggest pet peeve that I have to work on because you don't the world ain't working for you. You know, you if you got a show at Madison Square Garden filled and sold out and the show's at midnight and you talking about, well, I'm in traffic, I'll be there at 12:30, that's unacceptable. You should have be traffic an hour early, get there. You
Yeah.
know. So it's just something that's just something that I gotta work on.
In your Basecamp folder, we have the Independent Artist 7-Day Blueprint underneath the docs and files. So make sure you open up that PDF this weekend because that gives you a whole 7-day guide on how to manage your career for 6 hours a day. All right.
I most definitely will check into that.
I want to ask you this last question.
Okay.
I always ask people this: sacrifice. Sacrifice is the secret ingredient to being successful.
Most definitely.
It's a lot of sacrifice that come to this game. You know, being when you're trying to do something abnormal. Having a job is normal. You go to work, you do what the people tell you to do. They have a whole orientation. They got a guidebook right there. Boom.
On
You know
board and all
exactly.
that. Yeah.
Right. But when you're trying to write your own rules, that's a different thing because you don't know everything. It's new. You need a team. So
Yeah.
it's like, how do you know what I'm saying? So talk about my question to you is, are you really ready and prepared to sacrifice beyond what's normal? Because that's gonna hurt.
Yeah. I'm more than ready. My mind state's in a great place. My mental's in the right place. This is something that I've been waiting on for years and years to come. And I'm ready to make more sacrifices. I didn't have to make sacrifices this whole time. So pretty sure making more sacrifices wouldn't hurt a whole lot to somebody who's used to constantly making that sacrifice, because time is you sacrifice time, you sacrifice love, you sacrifice friendships, sacrifice bonds, sacrificing a lot. And I think I'm not I think I know that I can overcome and I can achieve what I'm doing. So bring it on. I'm ready.
I like that. What have you enjoyed most about being on the Be On Wave Open Wave podcast tonight, brother?
Honestly, it was lit. I mean, it was lit. This is my first podcast interview. Um, Everything was awesome. I greatly appreciate the opportunity. Thank you for having me.
You get one every
It,
month, man.
yeah, well, this is the first one ever in my life, so I
You're
enjoy it,
doing good.
and I did good.
Yeah,
Oh
man.
yeah,
You
oh
know why
yeah.
you did? You know why you did good? Because you were honest. You were honest.
Appreciate you.
So you're gonna get better. And we have a whole media training course that you'll take in with us in month 3. We do a media training course you could take, but you'll learn what you need to do in interviews. So it's like an hour, it's like a 2-hour course you'll
Okay.
take, and you get it comes with a PDF. It's like $100, but you go through 2 hours of training. So and we give you a PDF of everything so you can study when you're going. But we do a live training with you so you can now understand how to, like, I do this interview, you don't see anything written down.
Right, right.
Right. Which is but that's part of my gift because I was born that way. But that's still a skill. Like I don't need to write questions down or talk to you. But
Yeah,
most people do. They be like, they're like every question I speak about is custom. There is no script. I am the
just
script.
off the dome with it.
Yeah, for sure. Because I mean that's easy. That's easy.
Yes, sir.
When it's easy, it's a gift. When it's not easy, you got to build a skill for it. So that's nothing for me. You put me anywhere. I'm a talk to whoever. I'm a handle business. I give the gap. That's easy.
Right.
The other things are not easy for me that I have to do. So, but anything dealing with talking, it's a no brainer. Here's the thing I like about you. I want to close out. I love your humility. You're very humble. And the Bible says those who humble themselves shall be exalted. That means God will elevate you and always protect you when you're humble because you don't put yourself above people. You're always looking to take the righteous route. So I respect you for being humble. It's an amazing quality. Never change that about yourself because when you're humble, you're hungry to grow. When you're not humble, you fed for failure. Don't let that go over your head. What are your
Amen.
thoughts on the open wave platform, man?
So much things to get started on. To with my direct to fans, with the Look Who TV, with the
I'm gonna call you
radio.
about that when we hang up. I'm gonna call you about that, so you'll know about the whole link and stuff for the 12.99. And then we got to get that merch off. Ownership is the culture. I told you when you cop the merch, you're gonna be a clothing ambassador. So we're gonna feature you on the website, but we're gonna be emailing people your music who buy from us. So ownership is the culture clothing line is the first artist driven clothing line where when people buy merch from us, we send them a thank you email, but we send them a newsletter with the artists that we rock with.
Oh, that's awesome.
But it includes a link to your open wave profile.
Oh, that's cool. That's like I
Yeah,
said, that's way more plug-in than, signing with DistroKid and then going over here doing that and then doing over here and then going over there. One-stop shop. I love Open Wave.
yeah. Well, when you go to ownershipistheculture.com and you look at the clothing, you're like, man, I love that shirt. I love that hoodie. I love them shorts. I love that sweatsuit. I love that jogger. But now when you're out in the public, Walmart, Target, you're in the trenches, you go to bodega, the corner store, when you're telling your friends, look, man, I'm a fashion ambassador for Ownership is the Culture. Use my name Lightzout when you shop. And that goes toward my music. So when somebody uses your code, guess what happens? When they buy anything off our site, you
They get
automatically you
they get that
automatically
link.
no, you automatically receive $7.
Oh, that's awesome.
So no, that's it again. So that's like, and think about this. It takes 350 streams to make $1 on Spotify. On
Right.
average, give or take. So $7, 7 times 350, 300 times 7 is 2100. So 50 times 7 is 350. So that's 2,500 streams for $7.
Yeah, doing way better than
Getting
zero
25.
zero 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 point one.
Right. So make sure you go to ownershipistheculture.com. And when you, as an artist, when you purchase something, if we rock with your music, which we do with you, what you do once you get your merch, you take professional pics and we load you up on the website, which is dope, as a mock-up model, which is cool. So when
Yeah, that's
people look at
awesome.
the code, yeah, but you get your own code with us. So Shopify, we create you a code in Shopify. So your code will be lights out.
Ah,
Yeah, your code will be
yeah,
lights out. So you talking to the girl at Target, hey, you like fashion, you like lifestyle street, premium streetwear brand? Like, yo, go to the site. I'm a global ambassador with them. When you shop, just do lights out. Oh, what's your code? Yeah, just shop that because I'm an artist. So when you buy some of my code, they fund me for my music career. That's almost like if you a big Gucci fan or Prada, and
yeah,
you man, when you buy from Prada, use my code. Prada was paying you. So that's really the ideology I had with it. We wanted artists to benefit from the clothing because artists always wearing other people's clothes. They don't get nothing from it.
yeah.
That's why ownership is the culture. That's our name. Ownership is the culture. Because you're not owning
Ownership
nothing
is the culture.
all day, man. So anyway, I'm gonna call you back in a few minutes. Stay by your phone, all right?
Yes, sir.
But do me a favor before we get out of here, give out your Instagram handle so people can connect with you on IG. Give out your Instagram handle.
All right, my IG is at lightsout underscore official. LIGHTZOUT underscore official. Hope to see y'all. Chop it up. Talk to y'all. I love y'all. Music
And
is the
what about
movement.
on TikTok? How about on TikTok?
TikTok, same thing. Lights out official. Same way, spelled the same way and everything. Yes, sir. I hope to see you guys. I love y'all. Thank you for
First,
having me, man.
first podcast interview.
First podcast interview. This is
I'm
a,
proud of
a
you, brother.
milestone and many more to come.
I can't wait. On Monday, we're gonna send you the clips so you can promote it everywhere, man. I'm proud of you, King. Salute.
Yes, sir. Have a
Hey,
blessed one.
I'm gonna call you in 10 minutes. Stay by the phone.